Oh, hey, hey, hey. We are the Titans, yeah, yeah, yeah. We can't stop fighting. We're only one night down. Oh, hey, hey, hey. We are the Titans, yeah, yeah, yeah. We are all night and we're only one fight down. Gonna turn this night around.
Welcome to this week's TESPN podcast, and we are honored to be joined by a couple of Prep League tennis champions. Junior Gus Mitchell, freshman Roman Sancillio, and you guys both won your individual flights this week in the Prep League tournament. The team came up just short, but was right there knocking on the door. And Gus, we'll start with you, and then also ask Roman, what do you feel like mindset-wise was the key to you winning? First of all, pulling an upset in the semifinals, and then doing it again in the championship match.
Well, in the semifinals, I lost twice in the regular season. So,
To that opponent.
To that opponent, yeah. And the first time it was very close. Second time not as much, but I realized what I need to do. I need to stay more focused. Definitely just grind as much as I can, keep the ball in, make my opponent miss, and when he gives me a shot, I have to just go for it. And it really worked this time especially. And I did the same thing in the finals. And it worked.
That's awesome. How about you, Roman?
Yeah, I just try to, kind of what Gus said, I just try to just stay focused, just, not worrying about, much around, cheer on my teammates, obviously, it's a great atmosphere out there, especially when, everybody's out there, it's really fun to play, and just keep your focus.
Yeah, I know you obviously, but both of you guys play on the whole junior circuit and play all over the region, I guess. How's it different playing for your school versus when it's just you out there?
It's pretty different because when you're playing in junior tournaments, you're playing for yourself mainly. It's all on you. But when you're playing for high school, you're not just playing for yourself, you're playing for everyone. So it's really important that you have that in mind, that it's not just all about you. And, you're actually playing for something bigger than yourself.
Yeah, that's the exact same thing, just, more than just playing for yourself, because, junior, when you're, playing a tournament or something, you're just, playing you versus him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, it's not, a matter for, a team thing, but, for
Is the team more fun?
I would say, because it's just, everybody, yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, they're always there for you, hyping you up during the match. I love it.
Awesome. So, got a question for both of you. Recently, I'd say, well, maybe not so much as Roman, because Roman's hasn't even lost all season. But Gus, you've been hot recently. Roman's kind of been hot the whole time. But either way, you guys are playing your best tennis right now. Just want to talk about, why do you think, I don't know, everything's coming together at the perfect time?
Well, I kind of been working on my mindset, the focus part, the strategy part. But right now it's just really come together. Right in the nick of time. I really, over the past week actually, I've been changing my game a little bit instead of hitting the ball as hard as I can to actually playing it and staying in the point. So yeah, I think that really helps.
Yeah, I think the team for me, it really helps because it's just it just gives an extra motivation a little bit because the team's awesome and it's about all about a mindset too because you just gotta like I said before stay focused but I like the team because just kind of puts that motivation on you.
Yeah, both of you guys have mentioned mindset. I mean, this is maybe a tricky question, but and I played tennis as well growing up, not nearly as well as you guys did, but what percentage of tennis do you feel like is mental versus what percentage is your strokes and your talent and your shot making ability?
That is kind of tricky. I mean, the mindset is probably one of the most important parts of the game. I mean, definitely your technique is also important, but you can fix your technique off the court. But the mindset, you have to be in the moment, and if something's not working, you have to control what is. And it's very difficult to, I guess, keep focus during the match and what's working. You can't think of the negatives. And once you start thinking of the negatives, then your technique starts getting a little out of place, essentially. And that's why it's so important to stay focused.
Yeah, I agree with Gus. Like, so like in tennis, it's like you have so much more time. Like after a point, like taking like deep breaths and like doing your mindset stuff, and then you're playing like a lot less. So it's like nerves and stuff. Like you gotta like be able to manage them because like it's kind of like a self sport. Like when you are in a tournament but in a team, kind of, but like also like with a team. So like you play a lot less than you actually like do like your mindset. So like it's all about handling that to like get ready for
Right. So like each point maybe is 5 seconds, but then you got 30 seconds or whatever in between. Yeah, that makes sense. Sam and Joe, question?
Yeah, so Roman, you just received the honor of winning MVP of the Prep League because you've been on fire all season, haven't lost in singles. But how do you really feel? What's your mindset about winning a really prestigious award like that as a freshman? And what's been your favorite part of this season? What are you looking forward to the most coming up?
Yeah, well, I really like winning that, but it's like for me, it's more important about the team. Like I just love our team around, and like I love that Gus won it. I was so happy that Gus won it. It was awesome, and like the team, like I just think it's such a great team, and we're so close together. Like we have like team dinners and everything. So like states is coming up like next week, and that'd be awesome to like get a couple nice wins because we have like collegiate second, and we've been close with them. I would say, like I think we lost 6-3 like the second time or something like that. Yeah, so we've gotten closer. So it's awesome.
And your dad is your coach. How's that? Like, what's it like having your dad as your coach?
It's nice. At first, I didn't really want it, but like, it has a lot of more benefits than I thought.
Is he pretty hard on you?
He's hard on the whole team. Yeah, but
Yeah. Well, obviously, what he's doing is working, and this has been one of the better seasons we've had in tennis in a long time. And then you mentioned states next week. I guess I think currently ranked third, so probably go in around that 3 seed. What's it going to take to bring home the trophy? We were so close in the Prep League, and the Prep League kind of dominates in state, right? So you've got sort of the same teams to worry about. Can we get it done?
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, the Prep League, our singles we were just on point with our singles. All the singles players. They were just focused and great attitude. It was just the doubles that really helped, I guess, the other teams. I mean, it was tough because of a lot of our singles players, made it very far and were getting very tired, and the mindset started going down towards doubles. But I think that will change during states.
Do you have any more?
I think I'm all done.
All right, I just want to do a quick lightning round with these guys. So lightning round is just I'll ask you just quick question, quick answer. It might not have anything to do with tennis. It might have to do with tennis. We'll do maybe 4 or 5, and I'll ask the question, and Gus give an answer, Romy give an answer, and then we'll do the next question. So, what is your pre-match hype song?
Pre-match hype song. I would have to go with Dreams and Nightmares.
Romy.
I listen to a good amount of music, but I'm not completely like I don't know.
Just pick one song.
I don't know. I'm gonna go Hall of Fame. I like that song.
Okay. What's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal, pizza.
Steak.
What's your favorite place to go for team dinner?
I like what's the Mexican restaurant?
That's a great one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Pepe's.
Yeah.
If you could live anywhere in the United States, where's your dream place to live?
My dream place to live? Probably. I like Richmond, honestly.
Yeah, I like Richmond too. Probably like if I like somewhere else to live, probably I like Florida. That's a nice place.
Yeah.
Good tennis place.
All right, let's do a couple more real quick. So both of you have older siblings who are also really good tennis players. Without getting too deep, would you say you're competitive with your sister?
Oh yeah.
How about you and your brother?
Definitely.
What do you most want to be remembered for as a Trinity athlete?
I guess remembered. I want to be remembered as being there for my teammates.
Yeah, like being there for my teammates and like being a nice guy.
One more question, Roman. Who's winning in a full match? You or your brother when he's fully healthy?
I don't know. He was beating me before he got injured, so I don't know.
That's not right.
It's not the same me.
Roman. It's not. Who do you think's gonna win?
Me, same me.
Me.
All right. Well, thanks guys for joining us. Also, want to give a shout out to Gus's mom, Miss Mitchell, the favorite teacher of all the Hamlin and Weiler children. Saw Miss Mitchell this morning at the Character Day. She's the best. So if your mom watches this, want to make sure we mention her. And also, your dad, being the tennis coach, has done an incredible job. So it takes great parents to raise these great young men, and these parents have done an amazing job. It was so fun to talk to you guys today. Good luck in states, and we're going to keep this thing rolling with a little bit of discussion about state tournament play coming up next week for several sports. Thanks, guys. All right, so we had a great interview with our tennis guys. That was a lot of fun. This part of the podcast, we just want to recap what's been an incredibly exciting week, and really a whole spring season's been amazing. State tournament play starts next week, so just to give a quick recap on some of the teams that are likely to play in states. Our softball team, which lost an extra innings in the LIS championship, but they're looking at making a state appearance, probably as the 2 or 3 seed. Looking to get back to the Final Four, which they did last year for the first time in school history. Also on the girls' side, you've got soccer, who had a heartbreaking 1-0 loss in the LIS championship, but sitting at number 5 in the state right now, and looking also to get back to the Final Four for what would be, I think, the 6th time in the last 10 years. If we can make that happen, would be great. Then on the boys' side, golf is currently ranked number 1 in the state and Prep League champions for the first time ever. And then we just heard about tennis, who came in a close third, only 3 points out of first place at Prep League, but they're also 3rd in the state. So you have 4 teams that are for sure going to be in state tournament action next week, and I think all 4 could make a lot of noise. We're talking in a minute about some individuals on those teams, as well as some others that have gotten recognition recently. But just wanted to ask our TESPN podcast crew guys here, Griffin and DJ, thinking about those teams that are likely to play in states next week, what's maybe a team you're most looking forward to seeing what they can do?
One team, I'm going to have to go with girls soccer. Not just from the, of course I have a sister on the team. Unfortunately, she hurt herself. But, I've watched a lot of y'all's games, and the improvement of the girls soccer is crazy. Especially yesterday, I just saw, I've always, I broadcast the games and with DJ too, and I've always mentioned how much heart those girls have. And the grit and determination all those girls have. And it's just honestly, when I was watching, I was just the entire time, it was physical battle. Some calls didn't go our way, and to see the girls never put their head down, even down 1-0 in the 70th minute, it's just that grit and determination. Almost, kind of made me and Caleb talking dang, we miss soccer, and so yeah. we're definitely, I'm definitely gonna support no matter where y'all are. I don't care if y'all in Virginia Beach. I'm there.
Appreciate that, Griff. How about you, DJ? What are you looking forward to next week?
Honestly, the way the golf team's playing right now, not only being the first team in history to win the Prep League, but also how tight it is between them, St. Chris, and Woodbury.
Yeah.
It's kind of and Collegiate, so it's anybody can win that, and so I guess for them winning the Prep is a big momentum, especially to make history, big momentum for them, but it's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, and the leagues we're in are so good. You look at Prep League golf, the top 4 teams in state are all in our league. You look at tennis, the top 3 teams in the state are all in our league. For girls soccer, like you mentioned, 14 of the last 16 years, the state champion has been an LIS team. It's like SEC football in LIS soccer and Prep League golf, and tennis. So that's one thing too. It's not like getting 3rd in the Prep League in tennis. You're still very much a state contender. Same thing, getting second in soccer. I mean, we've had plenty of times that a team lost the LIS championship and went on to win the state championship. That's happened numerous occasions. So this league competition, I think, is going to make all these teams prepared for when they go out of the region and see teams from Northern Virginia or the 757. I think we'll all be very well prepared for that. Talking about some of the athletes, so I don't want to leave anybody out, but let's start on the boys' side. All prep performers that have been announced. Well, golf, it's just based on in the prep league golf meet. So we had Grady Williams, who was the co-medalist, so the co-champion, along with a young man from Woodbury at 1 under. But also, let's see, Garrett Kula made it, right?
Yeah.
We had Cole Pollard and Jack Hoyle. So we got 4 guys on all prep there. And, of course, Haley McPeak is one of our best golfers. I don't know if she's eligible for all prep as a girl, because prep league is a boys league, but I know there was a state tournament for girls, and she did great in that as well. Haley's had an awesome year. Want to get her on the podcast at some point, too, to talk about what it's like being, a girl on a mostly boys team. Then for tennis, we just talked to Roman and Gus, who won for their flight. I guess that's how all prep works for tennis. If you win, that's the all prep team. And then on the soccer side, or on the girls' side for soccer, we had 4 make the all-league team with Dakota Membris, Allie Placide, August Gregory, and our sophomore keeper, Kate DeRocco. For softball, we had 5. That was Allie Doherty, Sophie Michael, Alex Geeson, Olivia Galladay, and Camille Santiago. That's 3 sophomores, too. That's pretty cool, along with 2 seniors. And then for lacrosse, on the girls' side, we had Sarah Murphy-Payne, Sarah Jane Ryan, and Mason Jenkins. So a lot of individuals, and some of them we've had on the podcast before. Might try and grab some of them before the end of the year and talk to them as well. But it's just been a week of awards for Titan athletes, and that's really great to see. So looking ahead, next week, we definitely got to make sure we have some, another podcast next week.
Sure.
We'll fill everybody in on what's going on. But it's the most wonderful time of the year for Titan athletics, and of course in the fall we had teams do awesome. So this spring has a lot to live up to, but so far so good. You guys got any last thoughts before we sign off?
Good luck to all the teams.
Yeah, good luck.
Absolutely. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and next time we'll hopefully have state play going on, and hopefully Titan teams competing for trophies. We'll see you next time.